Today we're going to talk about 10 ways that everybody knows that you're a newbie traveler. You may be doing some of these without realizing, so let's get into it. So the first sign that you're a travel newbie is you have lots of luggage. Why do you think that you need to pack up the entire house to travel for a week or two? If you're like me, you'll go carry-on only, or you will pack one, maybe two checked bags and nothing more. The second way that you know that someone is a travel newbie is they have lots of high maintenance clothes on when they're traveling. So every once in a while you'll be in a huge airport, something like Atlanta, London Heathrow, JFK, something along those lines, LAX, and you'll see somebody walking around in like 5-inch heels or 4-inch heels, and all you think to yourself is, man, they are a travel newbie. Another one that is kind of the flip side of the coin is if somebody's walking around and they are wearing, pajamas, they're a travel newbie too. So typically you wear clothes that are someplace in the middle, right? You wear something that is good enough, for if your luggage, disappears, at least you'll have a second outfit, because you should have a first outfit someplace in your carry-on, or your personal item. Yeah, if you see that, that is your second sign that someone is a travel newbie. Another way that everybody knows that you're a travel newbie is you pay for boarding early or your seat. And I'm not talking about first class, we'll get into that later. I'm talking about paying for a seat where there's no real advantage versus the free seat that would be assigned to you. So if you're doing that, chances are everybody knows you're a travel newbie. So the fourth one that you'll see often is thinking that first class is so much more different. So if you flied first class, which I have, you will see that there are some things that are nicer. So when you, especially on a longer flight, you'll see that you're able to get actual silverware instead of plastics. You'll get actual, like a tablecloth, right, that they put over your tray. You will get a few extra hors d'oeuvres. So, they'll warm up the bowl that they serve the nuts to you in, right, instead of what typically happens, which is, they'll give them to you in like a to-go bag, right, when you're not in first class. They'll start you off with a bottle of water instead of you having to ask for water, when it's service time, things like that. So there are some differences. I would say that if you are going to invest in first class, don't waste your money on the shorter flights. If you're doing a long flight, then first class matters, right? I think then it's actually a valuable upgrade. A lot of the time you will have lay flat seats, and that actually matters. That will actually be something that you will be thankful for. At the end of your journey, you'll probably be a lot more rested than those people that are sitting in economy, like myself. Another way that folks know that you are a travel newbie is you arrive at the airport 3 hours early. I understand that they say that, but there's really no reason to do that. 2 hours, you should be okay. An hour and a half, you can do that as well too. An hour, I think, is cutting it close, but you really don't need to be there 3 hours ahead of time. Completely unnecessary and a waste of your time. The sixth way that others know that you're a travel newbie is you pack a lot of full-sized items. Why do you need your entire thing of perfume? There's a perfectly good decanter. Why do you need your entire thing of face wash? There's a perfectly good container that you can use as a decanter. You can use lots of little mini tubs, little things to squeeze them out. Also, quite frankly, you're just creating issues for yourself when you hit the security gate or security line. So yeah, that's another way that everybody knows that you are a travel beginner. The seventh way that everybody knows that you're a travel newbie is you book every single possible minute, every hour of the time that you have while you're abroad. Smart travelers know that you should leave yourself at least one free day so that all the things that you saw while you were traveling, you'll be able to go back to them if it's something that intrigues you. So while you're on a tour, you may see something that you want to purchase. During that free day, you'll be able to go back to that store. While you're out eating, you may see another restaurant you want to try. On your free day, you'll be able to go back to that restaurant. So if you leave yourself a little bit of time, you will find that you'll have a much more relaxing trip. I often hear people say, I need a vacation from the vacation. Well, here's the secret. That's why. You didn't give yourself any sort of a relaxing day or a relaxing moment during the trip itself. So that's another way that we know you're a travel newbie. The eighth way that everyone knows you're a travel beginner is you eat the exact same things that you would eat when you're home. So if you travel to another country and the only things that you eat are McDonald's and Starbucks, well, we all know that you're a travel beginner. Why? Because part of the beauty of traveling is being able to try new cuisines, taste new foods, and find out that simple things like a breakfast look entirely different in England, for example, than the USA, or India than the USA. So that's part of the beauty of traveling. So if you don't explore in a culinary sense, everyone knows you're a travel beginner. The ninth way that everybody knows that you're a travel beginner is you have unrealistic expectations about what your money will pay for in certain areas. So, for example, you think you will be able to do first class, 5-star hotel, private tour everywhere, and it'll be all inclusive, and you expect to do it on a $2,000 budget. Well, chances are you're a travel beginner because you're not aware of how much things actually cost. And the 10th way that everybody knows that you are a newbie traveler is you expect everybody across the entire globe to speak English. So, while English may be the business language for a lot of countries, it is not the case that everybody will speak English. Sometimes they may speak more of Spanish or more of French, but expecting that everybody will speak English only is unreasonable and likely not going to happen. But you only think that usually when you're a newbie traveler. So, are you guilty of any of those? Well, if you are, don't feel too bad. I once was too. And therefore, I have created the I Wish I Could Travel More masterclass. And so check out the link in the description and it'll be pinned below. Go ahead and check out that class and we'll fix your travel issues. Also, if you want to subscribe to the Questioneers email list, head on over to www.kellyquestions.com. But I'd say if this is you, you need to start with the I Wish I Could Travel More masterclass in the description. Take care. Bye.